Hepinize merhaba arkadaşlar. Faywalker kanalından ben Mehmet Nuri. Bugün Dungeon 3 oynuyoruz arkadaşlar. Dungeons 3. Çok güzel bir oyun.
The shadow of absolute evil. The shadow of absolute evil had crossed the sea and now sought the chosen target. A dark elf named Thalya.
Dark Elf named Thalya.
A long, long time ago.
Evet, buraları izleyin arkadaşlar. Oyunun ana hikayesi. Oyundan biraz bahsedecek burada.
Now, in a world full of blackness and despair, it spent its days sipping cocktails from the skulls of its enemies and forging new plans over a grilled unicorn kebab.
Unicorn kebap.
There wasn't much left to
Bu oyun çok
a few orc wedges,
tatlı bir oyun bu arada.
occasional trick
Fark
played on the
edeceksiniz
little
bakın.
snots.
Yani
It just wasn't
görüntüleri,
anything left to
efektleri falan çok tatlı.
As the weeks and months
Arada böyle anlatıcı espri de yapıyor arkadaşlar. Bu oyunu ben 3 sene önce falan oynamıştım arkadaşlar. Ama videosunu hiç çekmedim. İlk defa videosunu çekeceğim Dungeons 3'ün. Ve sizlere ana senaryosunu, ana hikayesini çekmek istedim. Birlikte oynayacağız. Oyunda orklar, goblinler, humanlar, dark elfler, undeadler gibi çeşit çeşit, demonlar gibi çeşit çeşit ırklar var, reisler var diyeyim, takımlar var diyeyim.
It finally had a new goal. An unknown continent, as often found in sequels, lay to the east, sheltered from the wicked evil by naught
Road
but
to
a puny
India.
little ocean. It immediately had a fleet built. This was so powerful that it covered the horizon from north to south and was manned by the best and most powerful creatures at the devious evil's command. The fleet set sail for the crossing to this new continent, left the harbor, and sank. Yet that mattered naught to the couldn't give a hoot about its minions evil. It instructed its goblins and little snots to design an even more powerful fleet. These new ships were gigantic. Loaded with devious evil's second best creatures, the fleet set out. And that sank as well. The annoyed evil saved his relentless anger towards the shipbuilders for later. Obviously, it would have to take care of the matter itself. With a sigh, it cast a spell and created a shadow of itself, a creature of absolute darkness and evilness. This shadow flew across the water towards the east. There, it would find a vessel, a corruptible being that would subjugate this land in the name of evil, and the shadow had the perfect target in mind.
Evet, oyun başlıyor arkadaşlar. Şu gördüğünüz karakter Thalya. Şu da babası Paladin. Babası bir human.
Paladin Tanos,
Great
hero
Paladin
of the territory
Tanos.
Eastern Kingdoms and a repugnantly good fellow. He was visiting the fatiguing library in Tristram with his comrades to see his foster daughter Thalya.
Well now, Thalya, tell me about your studies. Are you making progress with the writings of the ancient sages?
Bana
Yes, dear
çalışmalarından
father. I have
bahsetti.
thoroughly digested it and have come a step closer to the good. The desire within me to do evil is defeated.
Evil yani içimdeki kötülük yenildi diyor.
Excellent.
Babası da çok sevindi. Seninle gurur duyuyorum, onur duyuyorum demek istiyor.
I must go to Stormbreeze to clear up a few.
I must go to Stormbreeze.
In the meantime, my loyal friend Grimly will protect the country.
My loyal
Anything
friend.
trouble, you can turn to him.
Bu ülkeyi
Right, Grim?
benim Grimly dostum Grimly koruyacak diyor.
Aye, of course, Tanos. I'll keep an eye on the damned elf. I mean, your daughter. You can count on me.
Then I'll see you
Videoları da
soon,
gece
my
çekince
friends.
uyku basıyor
May
ya.
the goddess watch over you and the light burn eternally.
Bon voyage, dear
Bon
father.
voyage,
I'll
dear
make you
father.
so proud of me. Who does good is good.
Yuck. Disgusting phrases like that always leave such a nasty taste in my mouth. These abnormally good heroes, on the other hand, had no inkling of the malignity gathered to the south. One moment a herd of sheep was peacefully grazing, and the next moment, whomp,
Bom.
with a fulminant
Shadows.
explosive effect that ate up half our special effects budget, the shadow entered the world. His target,
Shadow
a
enter the
dark
world.
elf caught between good and evil, was very close. As the shadow of the unspeakably evil moved through the world, all around it died. Plants,
Evet.
animals perished.
Shadows oyunun tatlı bir grafikleri var. Piknik diyor My Family. Baya güzel bir oyun.
The shadow of the far
Ama
off
biz
found
yürüdükçe
itself
ortalık
very, very close
kararıyor
to us.
gördüğünüz gibi.
It could practically feel its target's presence.
Take these lanterns, men, and let the light of the goddess shine. For the night is dark and full of terrors. And there's a pile of horse poo around here somewhere.
Thalya.
I trod in it earlier.
Bu bizim ana hero'muz olacak. For the darkness. Oh, oh. I mean for the light.
Sorry. I'm still training.
Yani.
Yes, well, that is somewhat suboptimal. Naturally, the shadow of the almighty evil was an incredibly powerful
Thalya
creature,
içinde
but
kötülük var
light
ama
was a bit of an issue. It would certainly be wise to stay out of the lantern light.
babası iyi bir paladin. Babası galiba babası elfle çiftleşmiş yani. Oyunun ben Dungeons 1-2 var mı onu bile bilmiyorum. Elbette vardır bu Dungeons 3 olduğuna göre. Ben 3 ile başlamıştım bu oyuna. Eskiden de oynamıştım hikayesini biraz. Oyunun güzel bir çekici bir hikayesi var.
The shadow reached
Oyun
the entrance
güzel bir
quickly.
çekici bir oynanışı da var.
Fortunately, this
Şöyle
was not closed.
Warrior'u kontrol ettik.
Brightly lit.
Bu ışıklara gelemiyoruz arkadaşlar.
That the shadow was able to possess, thanks to its incredible powers.
Evet.
As long as it wasn't in the light.
What was that? I think there was something wrong with that last beer.
Unfortunately, the shadow's
Son bir anda
possession
herhalde
only lasted a short while before the guard was
bayağı
able
bira
to
içmiş
reach
arkadaş herhalde diyor ya. Ben bayağı bira içtim diyor. Öyle bir şey demek istiyor orada.
The shadow's target was close, so close.
Kasperki çok içmiş galiba.
Soon she would fight on the side of evil.
Evil'ın
May the goddess
Evil'in
be with
tarafında
you, my
savaşacak
friends.
diyor.
It will soon be time to open the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Come to the big square and join in the festivities.
Well, I don't know.
I had actually kind of planned to spend the evening in the bathhouse.
Friends, this orphanage is very important to my father. Tanos, you know, the mighty paladin, the one you really don't want to offend.
All right, we'd love to come.
Excellent! May the light of the goddess shine upon you, and let us experience this exhilarating spectacle in the big square together. Follow me, my friends, for evil
For
the light!
the light, I mean.
Keep the light burning bright, for the night is dark and full of terrors or errors or something like that.
Evet, Thalya'yı hemen avlamaya gidelim, yakalamaya gidelim. Shadows. Burada bir Archmage var, büyücü. Onu kontrol ederim. Bunları kontrol edemeyiz. Bakın. Işık tutuyorlar etrafına. Akıllılar. Ama bu Archmage baş büyücü. Nasıl oluyor da böyle oluyor ben anlamadım. Hop. Gel bakalım Archmage. Chain Light yapabiliyor. Oyun Warcraft'a benziyor biraz arkadaşlar. Warcraft tarzında diyebilirim sizlere. Oyun çok hoş bir oyun. Ben çok seviyorum yani. Oynanışı güzel.
In the distance, one could hear the unbearably good bells of a church. They must be marking the opening of the orphanage in the fatiguing library. Heroes with lanterns began to stream in that direction. The crossing on a red signal evil shadow swore, or would have if it had a mouth, and tried to avoid the lanterns as much as possible.
Evet, buraya gitmemiz gerekiyor. Ama her tarafta da warrior'lar var. Heh.
And in the name of my father Tanos, I'm glad to see so many of you here of your own free will.
Onu kullanamayacağız gibi. Direkt Thalya'nın yanına gitsek nasıl olur?
Finally, the time had come and the shadow of the past is in the
Aha,
survey.
Thalya'nın içine girdik.
My dear father would be very proud were he with us today. He would be overjoyed to see us give the young and the needy a place to live and thrive. That's why I'm happy to take this orphanage and destroy it utterly, and all of you with it.
What did she say?
Die!
Of.
Like lambs to the slaughter!
Of of. Bu kadar güçlü mü Thalya ya? Tek atıyor ya.
I feel the power within me. It's over 9,000!
Unimagined powers surfaced in Thalya, the black magic of the dark elves. She immediately began to unleash these powers of chaos upon the world.
Of of of. Thalya harbi bayağı güçlenmiş. Bakar mısınız?
I will kill you all!
Hepsini öldürdük ya.
The dark elf raged through Twistrom's inexperienced
Başarıları
darkness.
aldık
She
bu arada.
thereby built up a tremendous inner energy, which she released into the world as a focus beam, while screaming Kamehameha! Meanwhile, in the fatiguing library, they waited eagerly with coffee and cake
Coffee
for
and
Thalya
cake.
to show up and open the new orphanage. The energy beam hit the cake with a resounding zap and reduced it to ashes. Oh yes, and the rest of the building and everyone inside it as well.
Ah.
The narcissistic evil patted itself on the shoulder for this. Or it would have, but the metal armor always made such a terrible clunking noise
Ya
when it tried.
babası büyük bir paladin.
That's what little
Bir
Snow
elfle
thought.
birlikte oluyor. Yani
Obviously,
elfle evleniyor ve böyle bir çocuk dünyaya getiriyor ve çocuk
in the dark
yani
elf.
kız Dark Elf
had
ve
already earned the title.
şeytanla kötülüğe hizmet ediyor. Bu oyunda yani ilk defa ben böyle bir oyun gördüm gerçekten.
As well as
Yani genelde hep insanların tarafında, Aliens'ın tarafında oluruz ama bu oyunda şeytanlığın yanındayız. Şeytan kız ile beraberiz. Babasının şeytan kızı komple yaktı. Kütüphanesini de yaktı.
There, between the slaughterhouse and mad Archbishop Lazarus's apartments, she prepared to create something powerful in the name of the absolutely ultimately evil. A dungeon heart. The
Dungeon
cornerstone
heart.
of any dungeon's power.
Evet. Dungeon'ın kalbini yapıyor.
Paladin of Light and Thalya's former mentor Tanos was on his way to the Empire's capital of Stormbreeze.
Strawberries.
Naive and trusting as he was whistling cheerfully to himself, with no inkling of his foster daughter's dark deeds. Though he was aware that as a dark elf, she always had a core of evil in her. He had hoped to defeat it through religious indoctrination with ancient mad writings. Well, old beam, you thought wrong.
Oyunun hikayesi çok güzel ya. Evet.
Twistrom in ruins.
İlk görevimiz The Shadow of the Absolute Evil. Bu bitti arkadaşlar. Şimdi Twistrom in Ruins. Bunu ikinci bölümde birlikte oynamaya devam edeceğiz. Bayağı bir güzel bir video olacak. Yani güzel bir oyun serisi olacak biliyorum. Severek oynayacağız. Bir sonraki videoda görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.